Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. Security forces have killed 12 Indian-sponsored terrorists in an intelligence-based operation in Kalat district of Baluchistan. The military's media wing says the militants belonged to the BLA and were eliminated after an intense exchange of fire. Weapons and explosives were recovered, while sanitization efforts continue under the broader counter-terrorism drive Azm-e-Istikam. The 2025 Belt and Road Media Community Summit Forum has gathered nearly 300 representatives from 20 countries in Yangjiang, China. Delegates discussed international media cooperation, AI-generated content, and cultural exchanges under the theme of renewing the Maritime Silk Road in the intelligent media era. The event also launched the Yangjiang Initiative on international media cooperation. The Kremlin has welcomed President Donald Trump's new national security strategy, which stops calling Russia a direct threat and echoes several of Moscow's own views. The document urges reviving the Monroe Doctrine, warns Europe is in decline, and says securing strategic stability with Russia is a core US interest. The Kremlin called the shift a positive step, but warned that the US deep state, as Trump calls it, may not share his approach. Benjamin Netanyahu says he will meet President Trump later this month as talks advance on the second phase of Trump's Gaza plan. Netanyahu says the meeting will focus on ending Hamas's rule and shaping a path toward peace, with the first phase of the plan nearing completion under the current Gaza truce. President Trump has lashed out at Texas Democrat Henry Cuellar just days after granting him and his wife a full pardon on federal bribery charges. Cuellar filed for re-election this week, prompting Trump to accuse him of disloyalty in a lengthy Truth Social post. The pardon was Trump's first since returning to office and has already drawn criticism from Democrats.
Indian authorities launch a probe after a fire tore through the Birch by Romeo Lane nightclub in Goa, killing 25. 6 injured victims are in stable condition. Goa Chief Minister Pramod Sawant ordered a magisterial inquiry to determine the cause and assign responsibility. Prime Minister Narendra Modi offered condolences and announced compensation for families. 4 of the dead were tourists and 14 were club staff. Goa, a popular tourist destination, attracts millions each year, including hundreds of thousands from abroad.
Germany's Foreign Minister Johann Wadephul will be in China on Monday to raise concerns over rare earths, steel, and wider trade tensions. Berlin says restrictions on key minerals and rising overcapacity in electric vehicles and steel are hitting German industry. Wadephul also wants Beijing to use its influence to help advance peace efforts in Ukraine.
Hong Kong held Legislative Council elections on Sunday as the city mourned its deadliest fire in nearly 80 years, which claimed at least 159 lives at Wang Fuk Court in Tai Po. Heavy security was deployed, and authorities urged voter turnout, emphasizing support for fire victims and government reforms. Many residents voiced distrust over the government's handling of the tragedy, with some threatening to boycott the vote. The polls feature only Beijing-approved candidates following the 2021 electoral overhaul, and pro-democracy parties largely remain absent.
And licensed merchandise from Disney's Zootopia 2 is seeing a surge in demand in Yiwu, China, with plush toys, bags, and keychains selling out fast. Vendors say orders were placed months in advance, and sales have jumped around 30%. Online searches and toy sales have also spiked as the film drives a wave of IP-branded shopping. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.